Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. The title of the shir is, should one who is davening alone this Shabbat, Cholamoy Pesach, Tifshin Pei 2020 say Shir Hashirim? Such a beautiful, cryptic, but amazing sefer written by Shlomo HaMelech. Davining Hashem, Klal Yisrael, Shir Hashirim, Shabbat, Cholamoid. This year, so many of us, most of the Jewish people, I think it's fair to say, are going to be davening by themselves. This year we have a lot of porch minyanim, we have porch to porch connect, not going out in the street, not having public gatherings, where everyone is fine, all the medical and the rabbinic world is fine health-wise, and that's a minyan. We discussed how likely is such a minyan legitimate. So those people, we have been in our building like that. So we'll have Shir Hashirim. What about individuals? Did they say Shir Hashirim or not? Such a beautiful sefer, and it's part of the Shabbat Cholamoid spirit. So the fact is, it's clear that it's a minhag in the tzibur. The Gra said, his Talmidim answered in his name, because he holds that you say on Shir Hashirim, when you read it from a klaf, you say Al Kriyat Megillah, you make a bracha. You say Shechianu even. So it's a real chiyuv. So if it's a real chiyuv, it's a serious thing. So then maybe we shouldn't read it on Shabbat because you're going to come to carry. Just like you don't read Esther on Shabbat, you're going to come to carry. You don't take Lulav on Shabbat, you're going to come to carry. So you're also going to come to carry the Shir Hashirim. Why do we say it on Shabbat? The Gra takes it very seriously, so that's a serious question. So he answered that it's a chof, it's an obligation on the tzibur. It's only mitzvah on the tzibur. It's not on each individual. So there's no fear that R.Danny Myers is going to come to bring that to a Balkore to read the Shir Hashirim because it's not my personal chiyuv. It's supposed to be Megillas Esther. I have to make sure I hear and I read Megillas Esther. So if I can't do it, I'm all nervous. Oh, let me go bring it to someone. But here there's only a chiyuv on the tzibur. So therefore, it's clear from the Gra, which people have accepted this answer, that it's an obligation on the tzibur. It's not an obligation on the individual, and therefore the individual does not have an obligation to read Shir Hashirim in the Shabbat. What if a person says, okay, I don't have an obligation, but I want to read it. I want to read it. So the person could read it. There's no problem reading it. The Talmidim of the Rav may actually abstain from reading it. Rav Rosh Shechter writes the name of the Rav. The Rav held you have a chiyuv from the Torah and different mitzvot. You have a chiyuv from the rabbis. You have a minhag. And then if you have something which doesn't fit in any of those categories, it's like minhag shtus. It has no validity and you just don't do it. He was very firm and having everything categorized. You don't just do things that are ceremonies. So maybe you would say, this Shabbat, don't even read it, because there's no validity to it. Others who don't hold that way certainly have a right to read Shir Hashirim Shabbat at home. You can say it with a trop, and you can enjoy it and read it and understand it and find meaning in it. So just to summarize, there's no chiyuv the Shabbat for an individual to say Shir Hashirim, but and many can and will be doing that this Shabbat. And for Talmid of the Rav, talk to their rabbis or the rabbis who give them a sorrow from the Rav, it may be best to abstain. Shalom. It's Hashem. There should be halacha l'maisa shaila one time only.